every one of you listening to my voice, tell the world, tell this to everybody wherever they are. Watch the skies, everywhere. Keep looking. Keep watching the skies.
Welcome to UFO Max with Grantavious Maxx and Lee Strauss.
I'm here and you're there.
Yeah. See, we got the directions, dude. I'm actually looking to my left.
And I'm looking off to my right.
Yeah.
But it's opposite.
Well, when I look at the screen, I look this way, which is where I think you would be at. I'm looking the opposite way, but whatever.
It's confusing. If you're dyslexic, I think we would really have a problem. In fact, I am dyslexic, so
same here. Actually, I used to write all my letters backwards. Hell, I wrote them upside down for the longest time. I couldn't figure out B or D. Jeez.
Oh man, yeah.
So
good times.
Well, welcome to our Wednesday night show, right before Spaced Out Radio's normal show with
broadcast.
Scott.
Yeah.
And we're here to have a little bit of fun tonight. Lee, how you been, my man? Like,
dude, I have been busy. I've got a new love interest in my life, and I just like to say, onk. For her, she'll get the message. But we did an investigation over the weekend up at Northern State Hospital, and that was freaking awesome. We had a great time out there. It was almost as if we got chased out of there.
So,
oh yeah. But anyway, we had a blast. And this coming weekend, I'm going with a couple of buddies, and we're gonna go do some squatching.
Ooh, don't let Dave here say that.
Don't
know it. The squatching word.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
gonna catch hell.
I'm not gonna give it to you. I was just teasing you. But hey, congratulations on the new love interest and the fact that you guys went out and did your thing. Where'd you go by chance?
We went to McMinimans.
Oh, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah. So that place is crazy, man. There's all kinds of weird symbolism in that McMinimans. It's the old Elk Lodge, right? That they totally redid inside there. And I'm telling you what, there's all kinds of just bizarre stuff. I think there's something Masonic going on in that building, but it's definitely going to take some time to figure out what that is.
I 100% agree. And I don't want to pull up like your Facebook or anything, but I did look at it just before the show. You were with me, and there was UFOs everywhere. There was Sasquatch everywhere. Like come on. Yeah. And some of the sculptures that are there are just,
it's crazy cool.
It's wild.
We're talking about the McMinimans here in Tacoma, Washington, by the way.
Yep.
But they're all over the place. Washington, Oregon. And there is one in Idaho, as far as I'm aware, as well.
Oh, they're everywhere. And if anybody has not gone to a McMinimans, in fact, you can see that Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp went to one recently when they went to the conference. They were at a McMinimans up north, I think in Salem. And Terry and Tim Senor actually went to that and posted us up on it. Really awesome places. I was just at one not too long back in Bend, Oregon, and that one has a speakeasy. It's called the Broom Closet. Awesome place. And they got a cigar lounge, which is outdoors, which is awesome. The drinks pour easy and they go down great. And as long as you have a little bit of pinka pinka, for any of my German friends, you'll know what that is. If you have some pinka pinka, you're going to do well in a McMinimans. So, well, congratulations, my man. And you said you guys did an
investigation. So we did kind of like a ghost hunt sort of thing. to a place that I've been before that I had some stuff happen, and we went back there and stuff happened. So,
Oh,
yeah.
did you catch it on camera?
We probably caught some stuff on audio.
Oh,
On camera, I really haven't dissected it yet. I got to use the big screen, right? And I'm looking for orbs, movement, this sort of thing. You can definitely, in one of the photos, you can definitely tell that like part of it's distorted on part of the screen, and the other part of the screen looks fine. So there's something going on. We did capture something, just it's hard to tell.
That happens. I had a friend of mine whose kids unfortunately had passed, and they did one of those. There was an accident, and there was a bunch of people involved, and so they had a big room, and three of them were in there, and she was taking pictures, and there were orbs everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And she had a little digital like Dakota camera or whatever it was, right? And so then one of her friends had a old like Pentax 35 mil, and he was into still photography and stuff like that. And so he ended up taking pictures at the same time, and with the 35 millimeter, he caught the exact same orbs. I was like, wait, what? How does that even possible? And so, yeah, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on out there. Oh, my goodness. Look at all you guys coming into the show tonight. Let's see. Who got first place? Was it Kitty Cattywack again? Yep, it was.
Yep.
Congratulations on gold place. Let's see. Mel WD and silver, and Wild Flow
3 or girl 333 or something like that. Yeah.
I stopped there. Hey, welcome to the show. And Bronze Place, good job. Andrew Gnome's Trucking Express, welcome back, my friend. Who else have we got down here? I just started going to Frankie B. Good seeing you. T-Bone, always welcome. The Jaquetta, hello to you as well. Let's see. Oh,
Undead Jed.
Oh, I love that name, dude. Some of the names out there are just amazing.
Well, that's from Garbage Pails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage Pail Kids. Devin, good seeing you. Eternity Eternal, good seeing you as well. Robert F. Lamont Jr. Oh my gosh, man. I remember back in the day when I was doing the weekend show. He'd be on there all the time. It's good seeing you, my man. J True Seeker, always good seeing you as well. Dude, I hate it when I try to scroll down and my cursor goes up. I need to buy a new one. It is what it is.
You got Andrew and Gnome Trucking, if you didn't know.
Walter, good seeing you.
Let's
see. I think I'm getting close to the bottom.
Richard
Minish. Yep. You're doing the same thing. You're right on it. Jennifer, welcome. Good seeing you. Hello to everyone else. Filth. Grantavious Flavius Maximus Legia of the 8th Army, mein Bruderschaft. So that is, as everybody knows, Filth is an amazing artist. He is with us all the time, and Filth is mein Bruderschaft. So if you don't know what Bruderschaft means, look it up. We did go through the ritual. That is my eternal brother from the day that I met him to the day that I take my last breath. And he is just that important to me. I love him dearly. Dearly, dearly, dearly. Oh my gosh. T-Bone, thank you so much for the amazing super chat. Thank you for your love and support of Space Out Radio. For everybody, the super chats are always open and a great way to support everything we do here. We do this pro bono, but it is not free to do. So if you want to donate, just like T-Bone did, thank you so much. That helps keep the lights on here at Spaced Out Radio. You can also visit spacedoutradio.com/shop, where you can see all the swag that we have. And we don't have ugly swag, people, just like Dave says it. We don't have ugly swag. All right, so let's get into the thick of it,
shall we?
Yes. I'll give you my little spiel, and then we can talk about it. We have a lot of stuff going on. There's whistleblowers. We don't even know all their names. We have congressional hearings coming up on the 9th. Thank God.
We got new UFO sightings and videos that have come out apparently as well. So
it's an exciting time.
It is. It's freaking awesome, man. Glad I can be here for it.
Tell me about it, dude. Could you imagine being born in like the 20s? I mean, not to say I wouldn't have fun.
Right. No cell phones. I mean, that would have been great.
Oh, the silence, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of silence
Mm-hmm.
is something I lack. I just love it. So this is on defensescoop.com. You guys can find this. It is titled Next UAP Disclosure Hearing Set as Lawmakers Consider New Whistleblower Protections. This is something we've been talking about for ages. In fact, you have people like Matthew Brown's talked about it. David Grush has talked about it. Any whistleblower, they're scared to come out.
Yeah, Lou Elizondo's talked about it.
Yeah.
It's been everywhere.
And they don't have a space haven or a safe place. So the UAP Whistleblower Protection Act, which everybody knows about, which was introduced last week by Representative Tim Burchett and Luna, everybody knows Anna Paulina Luna. It marks the latest move by lawmakers to help shield people who want to share information with Congress but fear retaliation and motivate more of them to come forward. So if they actually pass something that comes forward, I mean, that's a big deal, man. That's
huge, but they're going to fight this. They're going to fight this thing all the way through. If it passes, I'll be surprised. The final bill hasn't even been written yet. Pretty much right now, it's just an idea on a piece of paper. So who knows where this can go?
Well, I mean, the transparency is a big thing, and to give somebody a safe place to be able to speak what's happened to them or the things that they've seen, whether it's in a skiff or in the public. We're looking at this where we need more transparency. We need this stuff to be in the public, and they're scared to do it because of the retaliation that's happening. I mean, people, they might not have retaliation. Like, let's say you're a whistleblower, Lee, and you have some crazy knowledge of what's been going on, but you're scared to death because they're not attacking you per se, but maybe your family or even your children. Those things are what really get into these guys' heads.
Right.
So, we got a question. Here we are. Do you think JD Vance called them UFOs instead of UAPs means something? So, let's do this. I am old school. The UAP thing is a cover up in my brain because they wanted to redirect you in a different way. They have always been UFOs. They will always be UFOs. And the fact that he said it means I think he thinks the same way. What do you think, Lee?
Of course he does. He's giving us a nod. That's, not just from JD Vance, but, maybe from the inner circle there as well. Anna Paulina Luna and all of those gals on Trump's inner circle. Maybe something's going to come out. And why would he use UFO instead of UAP? Come on. He's in the thick of these meetings just as well as anybody.
That's because the UAP is a bunch of bull
pookie.
Yeah. Bull pookie. I agree with that.
That's knowledge for us, for the insiders, you all out there too. So
they say, we know. They say House lawmakers are reviewing new legislations that would codify distinct protections for whistleblowers who disclose information about any use of U.S. government funding to study, and this is a quote, unidentified anomalous phenomenon material or matter associated with objects observed in airspace or sea domains. Sea as in SEA, ocean domains that cannot be immediately explained. Well, no crap, guys. These things come from, they can fly. They're medium, where they can go from space to air to sea, and they don't even have to slow down. So, holy mackerel. From UFO to modern and transmedium, there it is, UAP. There it is. The government has a complicated history in terms of its handling of reports about crafts that appear to transcend the capabilities of existing technologies and records documenting related incidents.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like this has been going on for far too long.
Yeah,
Far
it has, and it'll continue, I'm sure, for at least a little while longer. I'm just hoping that. What?
I mean, look at it this way. Grant Cameron's been doing this for 50 years now, and disclosure's imminent. All 50 years of it.
Yeah, it's in right, whatever he said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're going to get a capital D disclosure ever. I think we already have in a lowercase d. I mean, you get the Congress talking about this. They're going to be talking about it on the 9th. By the way, for everybody, last show I said that I was going to do the congressional hearings live on the 9th. I double booked. I am right now pregnant, not me, but I'm awful skinny. But no, my wife is pregnant, and I failed to recognize that I should always look at my schedule. So I have a customer liaison tool that I rarely ever check, only on days that I know I have to work, and I don't check it for events. And I double booked. We have a photo shoot that we have to do with a family, like a baby belly photo shoot thingy, like in Grass Pass. So I got to be there for that, but we do have a backup, and we will still be airing on Spaced Out Radio the live congressional hearings. So thank you so much, Paulie. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kid number 4. I'm 45 years old. Kid number 4.
I think I'd.
Well, I haven't killed one yet. The thought has never crossed my mind.
You need to get snipped, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been told. I just told that yesterday, actually. I was told that yesterday. That was funny at the yacht club too. He's like, "Hey, bud, you know how to stop that, right?" And I'm like, "I know," but he doesn't know the history. I mean, I did on that 5-hour show when I was a little drinky. I did come forth with what happened to me last year. And that's the reason why we tried one more time. And everything's going to be fine. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate everybody. Yeah, we're just, extending the family. Yeah, procreate, and, fill the earth. So Burchett and Luna are among a small cadre of policymakers who have been steadily prioritizing whistleblower hearings, public engagement sessions, and other legislative efforts to promote more accountability and disclosure for the intelligence community, Department of Defense, and other agencies regarding UAP. On Wednesday, Luna announced a hearing on, and this is a quote, restoring public trust through UAP transparency and whistleblower protection. That's officially set for September 9th. So, restoring public trust through UAP transparency. Give me your take on that. Like, I'm so just cynical when it comes to something like this.
Dog and pony show.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that as well.
They can say whatever it is that they want to say, but once again, we've been through this so many darn times that we don't have any faith. Faith is gone.
Yeah.
So we get little hints of this and little hints of that, but it's never what we ask for. I mean, how freaking hard is it to say, "Hey, guess what? We've been visited. We are being visited, and we're going to continue to be visited." I mean, right?
Well, lifelong. I mean, centuries long.
Yeah.
Let's see. The world is a comedy stage, guys. All right. Mm-hmm. What do you think happened to Ross Coulthart and his opinion? Another one from T-Bone. So, Ross Coulthart and another individual went on air and did a kind of like a show together. And they had differing opinions on stuff. And there's talk where, Ross Coulthart's no longer in news media, the News Nation that he's in. He things happen, folks. He must have been told something, and it's like playing a game of telephone. You have 20 guys or gals, doesn't matter. And you say the rain is purple on one end and it could be the ducks are green on the other. Who knows? And there's just miscommunication here and there. And I think that's what happened. And he did retract the statements, and it is what it is. Now, do I like Ross Cohart still? Absolutely. There's a lot of people that want to sit there and talk negatively and say, oh, he lost a lot of credibility. Well, Lou Elizondo took a picture and said, hey, I have not vetted this. And he lost a lot of credibility as well with a single picture of a field with two different colored circles in it.
Right.
It happens. That's the reason why we are totally on board with you doing your own investigative work.
Yeah.
Whether it be just listening to every podcast you can, or if you're on your phone for a couple hours a day and you're just looking it up, just take everything with a grain of salt. You can only believe what you're going to believe in. It's like these glasses. Okay. So your eyeballs, I call this, your belief window. This is your belief window. Every experience you've ever had, you're the one that dealt with. That's your belief window. You're going to take things away from whatever you're seeing, whether it's complete bullcrap or it's complete truth. It doesn't matter what it is. Take away what you feel on it.
Yeah, everybody's got their own internal compass, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to take that information, and either it's going to fit within their paradigm or it's not. And if it's not, just chuck it back there.
So I'm going to, can we curse on this one? I think we can.
Yeah, we can.
All right. So I like saying chuck it in the fuck it bucket, because that's exactly where it needs to go. Just chuck it. So good job, Lee. I appreciate you. But yeah, so there's that. And then we've been dealing with this for years. The new whistleblowers. Lee, do you have any information on who it might be?
I heard it was 3. But their big focus right now in this hearing, from what I understand, is trying to get something worked out to where, these whistleblowers come forward and they're not penalized in any way for coming forward. I think that's going to be the major focus of this next hearing. Yes, we're going to have those 3, whistleblowers talking, but I can't remember who the heck it's going to be.
Well, I mean,
and that, let me real quick just say that's probably a good thing, because we don't want to let everybody know that these 3 individuals are going to come forward, because what's going to happen in the back end, somebody's going to say, you know what, if you go forward and talk on this stuff, something's going to happen to your family, or blah, 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 blah. And this is exactly why everybody needs protections. It's just that circle.
That is true. One person, though, that I believe that needs to be in a little bit more position of not so, how would I say this? Not a position of power, but more of a position of, it's David Grush. He needs to be in a position, hired into a position with our government, where he can at least advise, knowing that guy is insane. When you watch him talk, he is not afraid to say what he needs to say, and it's unflinching. The guy is just like you see the sternness in his eyes, the concentration. He's like, no, this is exactly what it is. Doesn't even hesitate. That dude is our primary whistleblower, I think. I mean, David Brown has really interesting story, and he's saying really interesting things right now too. He's actually, within the last week, said a few things on X that is kind of cool. You're like, wait, what? But when it comes to full-on knowledge of what's going on and the willingness to speak about it, I think David Grush is our guy. I would love to see him in a little bit higher, station than where he's at the moment.
Well, he can quote law,
yes,
you know what I mean? Verbatim what it says, according to paragraph C on page 19 of bill such and such or whatever. I mean, he knows his crap. It's just like, what? This guy he's got some skills.
Yes, he does. I would love to see him in a just a little bit higher of a station.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a little bit of a pay grade and let him speak. You let that dog loose, holy mackerel, he is going to find every raccoon in the forest or deer or whatever the hell he's looking for. But honestly, dude,
Right.
I would
Right.
love to see him on the congressional hearing again. That, and you know, there's a few other people. We've seen Commander David Fravor, which I absolutely adore. The dude is legit. We've seen people even like Kevin Day, who I know personally. Like, the guy is great. Doesn't
Yeah.
even want to be in the limelight. And
Right.
he can tell you his stories. And these are, some of them are anecdotal. You know, I think a lot of people right now don't need the anecdotal evidence. They don't
Right.
want to hear,
Mm-hmm.
well, I saw or I heard or I read. They want to be like, okay, guys, this is what it is. I have this file. Check this picture out and just blast it. That's what people want.
Well, in the past, you know, I've heard from other people that have been on board aircraft carriers and other ships out there off the coast of California, and they've told me that they've seen things that they can't explain. In fact, it's really interesting sometimes. You know, they'll say, well, it wasn't just me that saw it. There was a bunch of us on the flight deck, and we were like, holy crap, what is that thing in the sky? And their commander will say, yeah, that's just a common blah blah blah, no big deal, just go about your business basically. But yeah, it's common out there, it really is. And I wish there was more people coming forward with that, what the kind of thing that I heard, you know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, even back in the day, just like what you're saying right now, Commander David Fravor, and anybody can go look this up on the Joe Rogan podcast, way back when, I mean, this is years ago when Commander David Fravor actually showed up on air with him. And he actually made calls to people on the East Coast. It was like, hey, man, do you guys see this kind of stuff? Like, every day. What are you talking about? This is everywhere. And he even speaks on it.
Right.
Like, we just need all those people that are seeing this stuff to speak on it. Capital S.
And there's probably thousands of people, but because you're basically owned by the military when you are serving, so that's why a lot of people haven't come forward. Not only that, the fact that your pension is at stake. So,
well, I don't know. Like, this is something that a pension in my mind would be second rate to giving people. You can always make money, but knowledge is worth more than the money that's in my pocket right now. Well, I don't have any in my pocket. My wallet's over there. And if my kids find my wallet, then I don't have any in there either. But I love my kids. Anyways, but the knowledge, I mean, I understand they're going to lose a pension. They probably got kids that are worried about. They got dinner they got to put on the table. They got to worry about. They got all these things. Just life hammers you with this stuff. But realistically, the knowledge of this, and if David Brown was anywhere near correct saying that we've been left behind, we need to know about it. And I think that's more important. I would give every last dollar I have in my bank account.
well, here's the other thing. How many whistleblowers have we already had come forward?
10, 12?
Yeah, whatever the number is, right?
Right.
In these congressional hearings. And that has moved the needle a little bit in some people's minds, but we're not any closer for a president to come out and say, hey, they've been visiting us for whatever. I don't think that's the aim here either. That's what everybody wants, right? Because that would be disclosure with the capital D.
Correct.
Right. But we're not going to get that. We're just not going to get it. So it's just going to be this little tick, 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 tick. And it's not, for me, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. And that's why I'm so cynical about it.
Mm-hmm. So in a perfect world, Lee, if we had one individual that had the cojones to just stand up and tell everybody? Would it be that convinces everybody? Would it be a 8K video of a real UAP, aliens, maybe even landing on the White House? What is it going to take for people nowadays to, because you have, you're cynical, or people have been indoctrinated by Hollywood and desensitized by Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or whatever it may be, Close Contact, or it doesn't matter what it is. Like, what is it going to take to just convince people? The Congress is talking about it. We're interviewing people in Congress now, people. Like, what is it going to take for capital D?
Well, it's going to take, it's going to take the president, somebody, to come up with either, here's a gray, here's a piece of spacecraft, here's something tangible that scientists can look at. But I hearken back to this one thing, in the back of my mind, it's always there. When you're talking about, having people believe in something,
Right.
We still think the earth is flat, man. There are people that still think the earth is flat. So this being the case, you're not going to convince everybody. You're just not going to. I don't care what you do. There are going to be people that will deny the crap out of it till their dying freaking day.
You had to bring that up.
Well,
I'm dying.
Dude,
oh my
gosh.
Dying when it comes to that right now. These employees are killing me. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's horrible.
People are going to believe what they're going to believe. That's the end of it. Unless the aliens come down and shake everybody's hand individually. Yeah.
You know what would be really interesting? I don't know if, coming down, I kind of zoned in on that. And the reason why is because I don't, and this is my opinion, folks, not the opinion of Lee, not opinion of Spaced Out Radio. Personally, this is just my opinion. I believe, I don't know, but I believe that we don't have extraterrestrials. 100%. In my mind, I believe, and this is what I like to call them, is interterrestrials. I have not seen proof of, and I'm not going against the woo. I know there's something going on. I have seen an alien gray myself, literally legit, live and living color. Is that person from Zeta Reticuli? Was that individual from some other planet? I have no idea. Is it likely? I don't know. And the way things are going, people are talking about consciousness and other dimensions, and oh my gosh, dude, my brain hurts. But what I do know is we have a ball that we live on, emphasis on ball, and we have an ocean that we, okay, let me rephrase this, that the masses think that we don't know every part of the ocean. We haven't scanned it, or we haven't done enough digging. We haven't explored it enough. But do I believe that that's true? Maybe I might go a little bit of conspiracy theory here, and I think that we know a little bit more than what meets the eye there. Kind of like the Autobots. It's more than meets the eye. The big thing is we see them coming in and out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Commander David Fravor said there was something under the water, under the Tic Tac. It came down from 80,000 feet. These things are transmedium. Does it stop them from going to space? No. Do we know the trajectory? They're not telling us if we do. The information that I have, that I know for a fact, that I've read, was we can see them in space, and we've seen them. We've seen them as far as the moon, so in certain cases, if you want to go that rabbit hole. But the biggest thing is the fast walkers, that they can fly underwater. I guess that's, I don't know what you would call that, but they can go underwater and zoom across wherever they want to go just as fast as they were in the air. And we see them coming out of the water. So we have ancient hieroglyphs, we have wall paintings, we have you name it, etchings, carvings, all kinds of crap that has been going on for millennia of these things being here. Are they a advanced, detached civilization from humanity that we know of today, like you and I? And have they been really good at being, where's Waldo? Are they basically the world's greatest hide and seekers? I don't know. But I think they've always been here. I don't think they've ever left. And whether you believe in the Sumerians and the Sumers with the Anunnaki, or the Lemurians with, you know, their city Telos under the mountain, or the Atlanteans, I don't know. I mean, you have Aquaman, who's an Atlantean, and in the one of his last videos, he's like, "Yeah, and I'm the god or the king of Atlantis, and I am Aquaman." You know, whatever, dude. Like, is that another video from Hollywood trying to desensitize us to the fact that they're there? I don't know, but I don't think that they come from Zeta Reticuli. If they did, that'd be awesome. Lee, what do you think? I mean, am I just
I think you
rambling?
got a lot of things going on here. It's not just one or the other.
I bet you're right. And that's the reason why my brain hurts all the time. Guys, I'm
Mhm.
just an idiot that talks to people. That's all I am. I mean, absolutely, he's seen me at my worst. Trust me.
We won't go there tonight.
No. Jennifer, hide and seekers.
Yeah, I think they're all of the above. So here's the thought. And I was listening to Michio Kaku the other night,
I love him.
Some other scientists were talking about how would a species get from place to place. And years ago we used to think, well, faster than light travel was not possible, but it turns out it's possible. But it would take too long to get here. That was another thought. Well, now they figured, well, you could fold space and you could do all these different things and get from one place to another, but you actually have to go through like a warp, like create some sort of a wormhole to get from place to place, or create some sort of a gravity well around the craft to move faster than the speed of light, which is possible. So in terms of doing that, you would be traveling interdimensionally at that point in time. So are they from somewhere else? Yeah, sure they are. If you go through a wormhole, are you guaranteed to end up in the same exact universe that you just left? Or are you in another one, that's been propagated?
So the theory of relativity, the closer that you get to the speed of light, and I'm doing this from memory, so don't quote me, the time differentiation is different. So you experience time slower than everybody else. So if you were to travel at the speed of light for 1 year, and now I'm making up numbers, the people on Earth would be older by a certain amount of time. If you were to, like, let's say, travel at the speed of light for 6 months and come back for 6 months, all your relatives, or your let's say you were a twin of some sort, and your twin stayed on Earth and you left, they'd be a significant amount older than you are now. But if you go through a wormhole, does that still count? I don't know. Kitty Cattywhack, thank you so much for your oops. We did it at the same time. Thank you so much. Yes, we really appreciate your love and everything about Space Out Radio. Helps us keep the lights on, folks.
But I don't know that matters if you're creating your own warp bubble around your craft.
Well, let me do this. So, warp bubbles around the craft. For anybody that's seen the movie Flight of the Navigator, remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
And that kid had on a computer said, "Oh, let's do this, let's make this," and all of a sudden, you have an ability to move around, and you are stationary within this bubble. So it has its own gravitational field, everything else. If they can do something like that, they can travel the expanse of the universe within the blink of an eye if they can full space and time and not feel a darn thing.
Right. Forward and backward in time, and as well as, other dimensions. So the possibilities are endless. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you just gave me an idea, or not an idea, but you reminded me of something. Did you ever see that meme, or it's actually a short, where you have like 4 different times written down at the bottom? And it says, which one of these are not real? Right. And there's like 11:59 a.m., 11:59 p.m., 11, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And one guy's like, oh, it's 11:59. Are you sure? Whatever. None of them are real. Time is not real.
Right.
It is something that we did
Right.
as a human race.
So let me just say something right here, because this is just came up for me. What if all of these species that we see coming to this planet right now, people claim that they say, what if they all originated here on Earth and they're just in another reality or another time, and all they're doing is coming into our time and our reality from different places, but all life started right here? It's possible, right?
It is, because if you listen, we're going to go down a rabbit hole here, but if you listen to the near-death experiencers, the NDEs, and a lot of people that have out-of-body experiences or have gone to places after they died and come back, a lot of them say that everything happens at one time. It's one moment, but we're all experiencing it in our own ways. If that were the case, and let's say I die tomorrow and then I come back, it doesn't matter what time I come back. I can come back in the 30s. My name is Grant. I could theoretically come back as Ulysses S. Grant and live out that life and think that I'm making the choices.
Right.
That kind of hits a little bit harder than I wanted to, but because at that point, that means none of us have an actual choice, but we won't get into that. Oh gosh, yes, Woo Train is derailing. Gotta love it. Welcome to the show, guys, because we're derailed every step of the way. In fact, have we ever been on the tracks? That's the question.
I think we try to be on the tracks, but this is what we do. Wednesday night.
Wednesday night is just a hodgepodge of whatever you guys want it to be. Please, everybody, put your questions in capitals. I was going to say capitalization, but capitals, so we can read them and possibly put them on the screen so we can answer them to the best of our abilities. And mine is subpar. Lee's a little bit ahead of the game than I am. So he says no.
I said, I don't know about that.
Well, we're all here together, folks, and we're making our own tracks. Oh gosh, right when I said that, look at this.
Yep, I see it.
Make your own tracks. There it is. That's awesome. Julie, good seeing you. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. So real quick, if everybody just, I don't know what everybody does in the chats or what you do. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and lately I haven't been able to because I've just been so busy. Yeah, it's been ridiculous. But I always go onto Google because Google never lies. But I say today's UFO news within the past 5 days, which doesn't make sense because I say today's UFO news within the past 5 days. And it comes up with all this crazy stuff like NBC, UAP, and UFO news, latest news, photos, videos, and more. So I click on that. I'm like, okay, let's see this. And then you see photos. Weird FAA issues temporary ban on drone flights over New Jersey or New York City, or drone sightings spread beyond New Jersey. Those are not UAPs, people. No. That has red and blue flashing lights. Stop it. But yeah, That's how I look up my news, and I also listen to it when it comes up on my favorite podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. In fact,
What podcasts do we listen to for those folks that are interested anyway?
remember I was looking for my phone right before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're going to pull up yours. So I listen to Joe Rogan on very specific occasions, like when Hal put off or somebody comes on air that I am interested in. Tinfoil Hat, the gentleman that runs Tinfoil Hat was on his show recently as well. I do watch Area 52. Let's see, who else do I watch?
Christina Gomez.
So I'm friends with her on Facebook, and that's how I get my little updates with her. But if I was to go to, let me type in YouTube real quick, and bam, I'm there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The amazing skills. The Y-Files is absolutely amazing. And he was also on Joe Rogan, and I listened to that whole thing. And that dude actually got transformed. He went down the rabbit hole when it came to the moon, and he's like, holy crap, dude, like the moon's fake. And he was adamant. Right. Adamant. Let's see. Who do you got?
I got so Down to Earth with Christian Harloff is one of the ones I really do like to watch. Of course, Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp.
Yep. On Weaponized.
Weaponized.
Third Eye Drops with Michael Phillips.
Third Eye Drops.
Oh, you should see that one. That one's interesting as well.
I'm gonna have to write that one down. Third Eye Drops.
And Jesse Michaels.
That's Jesse Michaels. Yes, he was pretty good too.
He was also on Joe Rogan just recently too. And that dude's amazing ability to recall people's names, times, dates, and accounts is mind-blowing. Here's one that I started listening to years ago. Oh my gosh. I'm talking like 2001, 2002. Maybe 2009-ish. Let's say 2009, 10. Yeah. Secure Team 10 with Tyler. Do you remember him?
I know he's back. Yeah, off and on. I do not watch Third Phase of the Moon. No, no, thank you. No.
So Secure Team 10, Tyler had that dude had some he had some interesting stuff happen to him, and it was wild. He's back, and what's funny is I never unsubscribed to him, and I just never seen it pop up in my feed until recently. I was like, oh shit, look, Tyler's back. Oh my gosh. And but if you reach out to him, he will not respond, which is fine.
I've tried.
I watched this dude called The Social Dig. I don't know about him now.
Earth Files. Once in a
yes.
while I'll watch her. Linda Moulton Howe. Sometimes I'll watch her.
Yep.
She can get pretty woo for me sometimes, though, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, well, I think I'm
recently she's been doing that actually recently." Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm right there with you. And but I mean, I listen to some people on Jimmy Church, Fade to Black. I do that. I do that.
You do that.
I do watch a lot of Power Nation. Oh wait, that's Cars. Sorry.
Keep on topic here, man.
Sorry. My bad. Not really. No, I do. So it's either aliens, UFOs, or cars. Mainly hot rods. A lot of those. But let's see who else we got here. UFO Man. I'm going down the list. Filth. I watch his just because I love him. Jimmy Blanchett has not put anything out in a long time. And he had some good stuff going. The mathematics of that guy. And he was on the show a couple of times. I interviewed him once and talked to him. Great guy though. And I'm also listening to Grant Cameron's shows a lot.
Yes.
I'm a part of his. So anybody that wants to look up Grant Cameron, look it up. You can get on Facebook. He has a what is it called? Orbology. It's a messaging system that he had built called Orbology. And if you become friends with them, try to get into that, because they got a lot of stuff in there. Even people that are on this show that you've seen before are in Orbology. You'll see, Bob and Science Bob for everybody, and his girlfriend. What is her name? I can't. Lala Bright.
Yep, you got it.
Yep. And I even watched the 5 Pillars of Emphasis. That one's interesting. Earth Ancients. I love Earth Ancients. That UFO podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's Tinfoil Hat. I do that one. A lot of these, though, I listen to when it comes to what's that? I can't even think. Spotify. Gosh.
Okay.
Darn.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Spotify is my gig.
So as far as the Three-Eyed Atlas stuff, I mean, since our last talk about that, they have discovered all these new metals now as well, like nickel, and then some other strange metals as well that have come up, and cyanide, which is actually used to bind metals together.
Correct.
Which is kind of interesting.
Well, Three-Eye Atlas is one of those things that all of us are still watching, trying to figure out exactly what the heck's going on there. I mean, I wouldn't go to NASA to look this up, because the last time they said anything about it was in July. So give up on them. But there is a lot of things. I mean, if you look up Three-Eye Atlas, it's from 6 days ago to 18 hours ago to 3 hours ago, you're going to find stuff. So let me do this.
It's gotten so saturated, though. What's happening now is you've got so many accounts that are AI accounts that are creating videos for this stuff, and that really bothers me. I won't watch those. I just won't.
So what about the BBC, British? Let's see, British Broadcasting, right? Their first thing that they said, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a mysterious interstellar interloper spotted passing through our solar system. Okay, great. But when you get to the science of it, these people are like, wait a minute, what the hell is really going on here? This thing is off-gassing very weird substances, gases, and it shouldn't be doing what it's doing. And then some of the pictures that people are coming up with are fantastic. And it looks like a gem, like a golf ball that's kind of bigger,
right?
And
exactly.
Stuff, and this thing is wild, man. I'm still been paying attention to it, but they haven't come out with anything as of yet that really just grabs me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't know what it looks like. They can't see into the nucleus of the cloud, right? So we're not. I don't know what other kind of scans they can do to look at the shape of this object, but we'll see as it gets closer. And as it gets closer, it's going to off gas more things, maybe even some whipping cream.
The only thing I know about whipped cream is nitrous oxide.
Yeah, there you go.
If the thing is, okay, let's put it this way: the chemical composition of the materials on the moon. Okay, we're going to bring it back to the moon, a little bit closer satellite.
There you go.
Some of these things were byproducts of man-made materials, especially things that are radioactive. We didn't just find like titanium salts. We actually found titanium or nitrates. So we didn't find just titanium nitrate. We found actual titanium on the moon. And the fact that the outer layer of the moon is older than what we dug down and found beneath it means it was excavated. So you find all these things, and it's super weird. And that's something that floats around us all the time, and we're still learning stuff.
Yeah, but you're saying that like it was excavated. Well, if a asteroid hits it, whatever is below it, it's going to be turned up and put onto the surface.
Yeah, but we went to the bottom of those craters and that's where we excavated.
Okay.
So it's like, what the heck? But
Okay,
I mean,
so a solid core, or not a solid core, but maybe a hollow, something inside that is what you're getting at.
so the only place on Earth that we see this is excavation sites, where the material that you've seen the videos where we do the blasting and it brings down all this rubble and they pick it up and they get whatever ore they're looking for, right? And so that's the only place that we see it on Earth, where the things that are on the surface are older than things below it, or we bring that stuff up to the surface.
Right.
But on the moon, yeah, you have a bunch of craters. But I mean, if you look at those two, I can't remember their names now. Like I'm going too far. I'm ADHD, guys. So and dyslexic. So help me out here. There was two German scientists that had talked about this and claimed that it was hollow. They wrote a book on it. If anybody wants to read that, go check them out. All you got to do is German scientists and hollow Earth or hollow moon, and you'll find it. And the fact it rang like a bell and all that crap, like it's just one thing after another. And
Well, you're talking about titanium. Maybe that's part of the inner shell, right?
yes. But the fact that every single crater on the moon can only go to a certain depth, no matter how big it is, they're all the same depth. I'm not saying the small ones are the same depth, but the big ones that you see from Earth, they can only go so far down, and then they just like.
Well, you've heard of the Sea of Tranquility, right?
Yes.
So that looks like a big molten field, basically, like something big hit the moon, and whatever's inside the mantle of the moon came up, and it created the Sea of Tranquility. But that could also be something totally designed and built.
Correct.
Made. Yeah.
So it is what it is. It's going to be fun. Is Dave going to be on tonight? Do you know?
Nope. Dave is not going to be on till probably next Monday.
He did a full rebuild.
His computer crashed.
Oh no.
He actually had to get a new computer.
I should have sent him one. Damn it. Well, that stinks.
Well, I'm going to have Tim on Friday, and we're going to talk about a lot of what's going on over there, and hopefully bring some news in about that and some of the things they've been finding at Flight 21, since nobody's gotten an update lately.
Well, Tim is now in the chats.
People. No, there he is.
Say hello.
Well, there he is. Look at that.
There he is. Dave's not here, man. No, I'm looking for Dave. I love that. Hold on a second.
I was working on it right now.
There we go. All right. Everybody's saying, hello, Tim. We're working on it right now. You better be, man. Like you're like, what, a couple blocks away from him? No, well, a little further than that, but.
Yeah, I'm probably a good 3 miles.
Yeah. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, in British Columbia, 3 miles is literally right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering the fact that there's how many thousands, hundreds of thousands of acres of just forest and Sasquatch and crazy stuff. If a bear craps in the wood, did Tim James hear it? The good thing is we don't really have to worry about timing tonight.
No,
which is great. And I know, Lee, that you're working your butt off. You're probably tired, but if anybody, I mean, we only have a minute left, but if anybody wants to ask us a question, no matter how bizarre it is, UFO, or what we think about something, put it in caps, ask us real quick, and we'll answer a couple of them for you. My biggest question is, Tim, how come Dave's computer crashed? Did you pour more Red Bull on it or not? I think you did. Can't wake up a computer that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure why or what's going on there, but
well, I don't know the last time Dave actually bought a new computer. I know he buys a lot of stuff, but I mean, he's been running on the same, equipment for a while. In fact, I have some equipment that I can actually send him. I got a soundboard, and actually, I got quite a few things that are brand spanking new, still in boxes. I could send him if he needs them. So
I gotta send somebody off to bed.
yourself,
Myself and somebody else.
oh, love you, brother. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for hanging in there with us, and you have a
Oh,
good
yeah.
night.
You too.
Right on.
Later.
Later. I'll finish everything for us.
Right on. Bye.
Bye. Oh boy, that's what happens when you're in a new relationship. So, but yeah, no. Anybody? What are your personal thoughts on the moon? Oh my goodness, Jennifer. Okay, here we go. So, I did a whole show on this once. There are so many interesting things on the moon. It would take 3 hours to talk about it. Like, not only its position, the fact that it's tidal locked, its orbit is off. Let's just put it to you this way: you see a lunar eclipse. The moon is perfectly positioned, oddly enough, where it fully eclipses the sun. There's no other planet in the world that has in our solar system that does that. In fact, the moon is much bigger than it should be. That's going around our planet. We don't see that in anywhere in our galaxy, believe it or not. There have been ancient Hopi Native American writings, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, but they talk about a time before the moon was here. So it was dragged here, probably to help us, because the moon, with tidal waves and everything else, like when it comes to tides and it, the shift, everything it does helps us out. But the fact that when we launched our lander back down at the moon and crashed it into it, and it rang like a bell for 3 hours, kind of proves it's hollow. The composition and the materials that are on the surface have different radiation byproducts that should only have been made when you have nuclear technology. It just goes on and on and on and on. You can even listen to some of when we went on the dark side of the moon, and they're like, NASA or whatever it is, Santa Claus is real. Santa Claus was, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, they were aliens, and they were watching them on the rim of a crater, and it just goes on. So my idea of the moon, personally, is I think it is built. It is not something that was created naturally. It might have been, but they might have repurposed it. But at the same time, I think it was brought here for a reason. And I do believe it might be hollow. And I do believe that there are occupants down there. There was one person that was on one of the Apollo missions that had said, I wonder, or oh my gosh, it looks like a parking lot down there or something like that. Or I wonder if they ever get out, because there was domes up there that were like what you would see on Total Recall, and everybody lived in these worlds that were covered in domes, so they had oxygen, whatever have you. Do I believe the moon is artificial? Absolutely. My personal belief system is that it was brought here, and it was not part of a collision with another object and planet Earth, because its composition, of course, the composition of most planets are going to be materials that we know about, but not materials that had nuclear byproducts created from them. So Dyson sphere. So anybody know what a Dyson sphere is? So a Dyson sphere is a technology where, let's say you're us 100, 1,000, 10,000 years in the future, where our energy needs surpass the planet's ability to produce it. So we say, okay, we're going to go to our closest star, the sun, and basically put energy collecting solar panels or whatever have you around this, and you create these really cool rings around the sun. In fact, we think we've found a couple of those out in space, where different sun somewhere, a star keeps dimming and coming back and all that. And a Dyson sphere is just a way to gather energy from a sun. How they do it, I don't know. It's probably not solar panels. They're probably doing plasma extraction or something like that, but it doesn't matter. And but yeah, Dyson sphere, I don't think we have one anywhere near us, but is it possible? Absolutely. I mean, anything that you see on TV, folks, can be possible. All right. Hear about maybe spotting 7 of them in the universe somewhere, maybe. And but yeah. Anyways, thank everybody. I thank every single one of you for coming in here and hanging out, checking us out, having fun, listening to the BS that we talk. I mean, it's not BS until we realize it's true. It's whatever your paradigm is. And Kitty Cattywack, thank you so much for your love and support of Spaced Out Radio with a great super chat. We also had another super chat, which I'm trying to get to right now. And I have a kid running down the hallway. T-Bone, thank you so much as well. By the way, super chats are always open, a great way to support everything we do here at Spaced Out Radio. I got 99 of you in the chats right now, whether I don't know where it's from, but either way, if you're watching on YouTube or X or wherever you're watching from, please hit like. It really helps our algorithms out, gets us new subscribers, gets more people involved in this. When it comes down to, do we know UFOs are real? Absolutely. If you don't, come on, guys. The Senate's talking about it. The Congress is talking about it. They're real. Let's keep this foot going, one foot in front of the other. Like this video, share it with your friends, and don't just like Paramarv. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the like button when you can. It helps the show. Thank you so much. All right. Any other questions? I don't have all the answers. Trust me. I'm just an ADHD guy. Space Out Radio test. You're there, J. True Stricker. All right. I'm going to give it one more minute and then we're out, folks. If you guys have anything that you have picked up that I may have missed, which is plenty, you can find me here on YouTube, or you can find me on Facebook. I go by Grantavious Maxx, but my real name is Grant Baker. You guys can find me there. I am, I believe, sitting on a train. Let me look myself up now. Figures, I got to do this. I get on Facebook every now and then. Yes, I am sitting in a train. So if you see a train, it says 4402 and my 1970 Chevy Caprice as my header. That is me. Go ahead and send me a message, or become one of my friends. I accept everybody. And I hope you guys are listening to the show later on. Catch Dave Scott Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Catch me and Lee Strauss here on Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also Lee on his Element 115 on Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you also got Rob G with the Weekend Show as After Hours, which you guys would love. Thoughts on inner Earth beings, Admiral Byrd's meeting. Oh my goodness. Paramarv, you have two subjects here: inner Earth beings and Admiral Byrd's meeting, etc. So Admiral Byrd, for anybody that doesn't know, if you look up interview with Admiral Byrd, you might find the Long Jeans Watch show. It's kind of a sepia tone, black and white video of him talking about what he found when he went to Antarctica. Now, so the really interesting thing about Admiral Byrd is what he says he saw past Antarctica, and that was another landmass. The landmass was devoid of us, so to speak, and he also talked at one point, I think he said something about, and this is after Operation High Jump, So he goes on, and if you guys want to read the story, I don't know about his documentation in his notes that after he died, someone came out and said, hey, this is what he wrote in his diary. Don't know about any of that, but what he said on the Long Gene show, listen to after he passed Antarctica, or the wall, so to speak, he went down there and found another landmass, which we're not allowed to see on Google Earth. There might be something down there. There's a reason why. There's the Antarctic Treaty, which was actually signed very shortly after his death, including NASA was created shortly thereafter. We can keep going down that rabbit hole. Inner Earth beings, can they be inner Earth beings? The people that we're seeing now flying these spaceships or craft or UFOs or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I mean, the dinosaurs died from some cataclysmic event. We have proof of a flooding. What stops somebody from running and hiding in caves and being smarter than we are because they lived longer than we are? Like, it just, that rabbit hole goes way too deep. I would have to break that up into a couple of shows, to be honest with you. But anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Love every single one of you. And next Wednesday, we'll catch you again. And my son's getting ice out of the ice maker. So always keep your eyes to the skies. Tell me if you see anything, or maybe we'll even have you on the show. Have a good night, everybody.